Hi, my name is Alyssa, and I draw all kinds of stuff, mainly Animal Crossing stuff, and today's video and tomorrow's video are no exception. So in last week's video I posted commission work I did of two friends together in Animal Crossing style, and in this video and tomorrow's video I'll be showing commission work I've done of people's pets in Animal Crossing style. The two clients whose artwork I'm featuring in this video gave me permission to use the speed paint footage, however they wish to remain anonymous. If they ever change their mind about this and reach out, I will put their anything they want to plug, social media or anything like that, in a pinned comment below, but until such time I will leave them anonymous. Without further ado, let's get right into the commissions. This first commission will go by really quickly because all I have is the Procreate speed paint footage instead of the more real-time footage that I have for the next commissions. However, I still wanted to feature it because I actually did this commission prior to even opening up the commission form. Somebody reached out to me over Tumblr and asked if I could make a birthday gift for their friend featuring their bearded dragon as an Animal Crossing villager. So I said of course, and they wanted the looser, sketchier style because they had a tighter budget for this birthday gift, and that was no problem. So that's the style that I'll be featuring in this video, as a looser, sketchier, more affordable style for people who may be on a tighter budget than somebody who wants the full color like in last week's video. The red lines here were my boyfriend helping me out, making sure it read as a bearded dragon and not just kind of a lizard. I wanted it to read as this is a bearded dragon, so thanks to my boyfriend for the red line as usual, he's the best. Anyway, back to this speed paint. I very quickly add in the colors here, and this style is cheaper because I don't have to go into Adobe Animate to do the flats. I just do all the coloring and sketching in Procreate, so it's a much simpler process. But in the end, I think the piece still came out super cute. I think it looks a lot like the bearded dragon in question. A lot of the markings are there, the colors are the way they looked in the photo reference I received, and overall I was pretty happy with this little guy, and the client loved it too, and their friend did as well. So happy client, happy artist. What more could he ask for? Now these next two pieces are for a second client who wished to remain anonymous as well, and I can actually talk at a normal pace because the speed paint isn't going to go by lightning fast. I actually have more recorded footage because this is about when I had opened up the commission form and decided to make videos, or had the intention of making videos with the speed paint footage. So this person approached me and asked if I could draw two dogs with some reference pictures attached in Animal Crossing villager style, and I said of course. They opted for the looser, sketchier style to save on cost, which I totally understand. This style again is super simple compared to the lineless style because I don't have to open up a separate program to do the flat colors. I just do all the work, the sketching, the coloring, the cleanup, all in Procreate, so it's a much more streamlined art process and faster for me to make. So just another art style option for you guys if you're entertaining ordering a commission from me. I do have different style and budget options for people as well, because I know last week's video was more like full color with props and like all this other kind of stuff, so that would be a higher price commission, for example. And by the way, I've had 3 people now, I think, use the form and fill it out and everything. You know, it says commission form, and then I get in touch with them about their commission and give them a quote, and they're like, wait, I thought it was free. Like, no, you pay someone to do art. So just to clarify that, the commission form is not an art request form. I didn't think I'd have to clear that up, but I guess there's some confusion. So I don't know, people are young. There's a lot of people that watch me that are like, you know, 15, 16 or whatever, so they may not know that commissions are something you pay for. But just to be clear, you're paying me for my my art services if you commission me. So yes, back to this artwork. I really like how this guy came out. I'm a sucker for like crazy, I was gonna say crazy personality type, cranky and lazy personality type. Though they did go a little bit more cuckoo with the lazy personality type in New Horizons. They like talk to bugs in the walls and stuff like that. So, maybe I'm not too far off. But cranky and lazy, definitely my favorite personality types. So any kind of cranky old man face like this is just super cute to me. So I wanted to feature both of the dogs in the thumbnail because while the girl dog has like the big cutesy eyes and she's like thumbnail material, right? Like her eyes just draw you in. I also wanted to feature this guy too. I couldn't help myself. Just, I love a cranky face like this. I love the serious eyes, the little, you know, stuffy little outfit he has on too. He's just very like, he's a very charming little fellow, so I'm quite happy with how he came out. And I loved his little poofy floofy tail. Like, if you guys commission me to draw your pets, please send me as many reference photos of your cute dogs as you possibly can, because I love seeing them and they actually do help when, you know, even though this style is very like simple, cartoony, and not very, you know, detailed, realistic, whatever, it still helps to get an idea of how to simplify the realistic looking tail from the photos. I get a better idea of how to capture those things that make your pet look like your pet, like the distinct markings or, you know, their personality, things like that. I get a better idea of the more photos I receive attachments of, so definitely helps. If you guys are ever going to commission me, send as many photos of your dog or cat or whatever, bearded dragon, any other pet you may have. I think it would be awesome to do somebody's, like, if somebody has a pet skunk, I think that would be cool. It'd be like Kix, but maybe an albino skunk, or, you know, people with like random exotic types of pets and cool parrots and things like that would be super fun to draw in this style. Overall, really like how he came out. Looks super grumpy, super cute, super huggable. I love this little guy, and the client did as well. Next up is the second dog for the same client. This one is much more peppy, upbeat, happy, cheerful. I really wanted those great big eyes, and I was also given outfit reference for this one with a cute little bandana scarf around the neck and a cute little skirt kind of outfit. Very cheery and peppy and stuff like that. And I feel like maybe this is different because I know somebody had come out in the data mining and said that there's like personality subtypes within the personalities. So like Zucker's more inclined to water plants and read books, and like Apple is more inclined to zoom around, you know, doing the airplane Naruto run thing. So like in my mind, there's two types of peppies. There's the in-your-face, really highly caffeinated, energy-loaded peppy, like Apple is for me on my island, always has caffeinated talk and always zooming around. And then there's like Flora, who's peppy, but she's much more subdued. She's almost like a normal with just a little bit more girliness to her dialogue. So, I don't know, maybe that's all in my head and me projecting what I want these characters to be like more than what the dialogue actually is like. But I feel like there's two types of peppy. And all of this is to say is that I imagine that this dog would be the latter, the more subdued, nice, less irritating kind of peppy. Not that I find Apple irritating, I think Apple's pretty cool. But, you know, not everybody likes the hyperactive, in-your-face kind of peppy personality type. Now, is it Cranky that hates Peppy? I forget. I think Snooty or Cranky or somebody hates Peppy. I can never remember which personalities clash, except that I have a Snooty and a Cranky living right next to each other. I have two eagles, Amelia and Avery, and they both live on a little mountaintop next to each other, and their personalities totally clash. But I like that kind of odd couple, like neighbors that can't stand each other but end up being really close friends or something. Like, I just like that idea, even though that kind of character complexity isn't part of Animal Crossing's dialogue, which is a shame. I was just playing Fire Emblem Three Houses the other day, and I really like the game a lot. Like, I love the gameplay, like when you're actually battling and doing stuff like that. I'm not so much a fan of like the RPG part. I always skip through all the dialogue and the cutscenes. I'm so bad at it. But I like the idea of like your team fights better if they know each other better, and like have little tea parties with you and all that kind of like silly stuff. I really like that. And I wish there was more stuff like that in Animal Crossing. Like, it would benefit your gameplay if you had, say for example, you have a really strong relationship with like a peppy villager. Maybe that peppy villager can invite different NPCs to come to your island because they're so into pop music that you get like a pop star that comes to your island because you and your best friend Peppy made a petition, or like, I don't know, come up with some fun, cool gameplay reason for me to form a relationship with these characters, and also give me more ways to do it. Like Fire Emblem, you can have a little tea party, you can buy people flowers on their birthday. Like, you know, these, like, all we have is like mailing villager stuff and then talking to them and occasionally doing little tasks. It would be cool if we could have little like mini cutscenes where you invite a villager over for lunch or on the beach or something, you know. They could definitely work that into Animal Crossing. It got my brain ticking the other day when I was playing Fire Emblem. I'm like, I would love to see this stuff in Animal Crossing. Now back to the art. I think she came out super cute, even though I had to mess with her skirt to get it the right shape that didn't feel like she was falling over backwards. Her weight wasn't correct the first way I drew it, but this way looks a lot better and more cute and flouncy. So really happy with how she came out, and I do the same shading style as I do for the more full color style that would be a little pricier, but I still like to add a little shading and highlights to this simpler style because it looks so lifeless without a little bit of shading, you know. And I go and add a nice soft colored background in as well. Super easy to do this effect. I just use the Nico Roll paintbrush to get a little texture, as well as the smudge brush, and that finishes this one up. Overall, I think these two came out super cute, and the client was thrilled with them, and I hope that they come back for more because I really love drawing people's pets in this style, and I hope more people commission me to draw pets in this style because it's super duper fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll have another video up of one more pet commission going up sometime tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Be sure to like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace!